I just pulled up with a call here in Newcastle for a tanker with an air leak. So we're going to check it out and see where the air leak is on this tanker. Driver's not here. Put my headlight on. Come on, there we go. Driver's not here. I guess he's home. So we're going to check this out and see where the air leak is on this tanker. Hopefully he left the keys in the truck. I mean, if he didn't, I can just hook up my air lines to the tanker. So, yep, keys in it. So let's start it up, pushing that red button, and see if we can hear an air leak. All right, I can hear it from here. All right. They weren't sure if it's a chamber or a valve or what. Oops. Hang on. I gotta try to figure out how to keep this still. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Well, there's coming out of the valve. Feel that? Alright, so we're going to make one more set so we can determine if that valve is going or not. Get that put in. Alright. And what we're going to do is we're going to check his airline connections up here and see if he got them correctly. No, he doesn't. Right there. See that? Let me get you a closer look. He got his lines crossed. That's the service line. This is emergency. That red one right there is supposed to be over here, service over there. So, always check your airlines, make sure you got them hooked up properly. I took it he got back here in this dirt ass yard with an air leak on a tanker. So he must have just been hooking up to it or something. Anyway, we'll pull the button out. And we're going to put them where they're supposed to be, hook them up right. And I'll probably call the driver, let him know, or call the company and let him know. He ain't gonna believe it. So at least I got it on video. He wants to see it for himself. He can. One good thing, I guess, about making these road calls, what I come across, what y'all see. Okay, so we got them hooked up right. Red with red, blue with blue. Let's push in the button again and see if we hear anything coming out of that valve. If it does come out of the valve, which I know it's not going to, then the valve is bad. But I know that's not going to be the issue here. It's going to be an easy road call. Expensive one, but easy. All right. When we came up on here, we heard it, right? You don't hear it anymore. So when you cross the lines, feeds back to the valve and it starts going out of the exhaust. What you hear now is the tank filling up with air. And there's the tank right there. There's an asphalt tanker. It's cold. I don't know these things. No, that's right. I've dealt with an asphalt tanker once before a long time ago. When they dumped that hot asphalt in there, they got so many hours to get it to the destination before it actually hardens inside. Anyway. Excuse me. We're just gonna hang here for a minute, let this air tank fill up, and then make my phone calls. So the tank was empty because it wasn't filling any air up with the lines crossed. And it might fill up for a while depending on how low these super singles are. And they got air inflation on them, so they're going to air up. These tires are going to air up at the same time. So, but you don't hear the air leak anymore. If you want, I can get under there. That way you see yourselves. There's the valve right there. Not leaking because the lines were crossed. This lot's not even on GPS at all. When I punch in this address here, it takes me through a development to a dirt road that doesn't even link over here. So I had to figure out, because there was no other route, secondary route that I could pick from on GPS. So I had to get back on the main road, and I made a left because I remember drivers saying this thing was off Route 9. And got on Route 9, still wanted me to make U-turns back to the place I was at. Kept on going, and finally it routed to here. Well, not to here. It just routes to the main entrance of this industrial area. There ain't no addresses here. So I just had to look for a yard with a bunch of straight trucks, I guess, in there, and took a guess and hoping this was it. And it was. Anyway, so drivers, any drivers that are watching this video, just remember, if you got air leaking, if for any reason you crawl under there and you know it's coming out of that emergency valve, get back out from under it and check your lines. Because that's when that starts exhausting out the exhaust ports like that, is when these things are crossed. I know a lot of drivers don't get under there or check anything. I mean, when you do a pre-trip, you should be doing something. You know, checking the brakes, get on your knees or something, get under there, just glance at the brake pads and everything else. I come across some that no brakes on trailer get there, and there is no brakes because the pads are totally gone. If the driver did his pre-trip, he wouldn't have been stuck out on the road. Anyway, everybody's different. Some will just get in and drive, others will check out the truck and trailer that they're driving. So, okay. All right, so that's about it. Trailer guy's been sitting here for a while, so it's probably airing up the tires too, so it'd be a little bit for that. But the valve's not leaking anymore. And that's all I was here for. Air leak on the tanker. When I came here, this door wasn't all the way closed either. Anyway, oops. Did I open up that box? I don't remember opening that box. See, I hope that wasn't open with me coming in here. Every now and then, for some reason, this latch, I have to tighten it up. This door will pop open. I've done it when I've made turns before. Latch is tight. Anyway, cool. All right, so I'm gonna make my phone calls. Let's go and do it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next one.